Hi there, my name is Dr. Scott Young with Hearing Solutions Centers, and today we're going to talk about flawless service. Coming right up. So when you think about service, do you think about flawless service? Does that mean I never make a mistake? No, it doesn't mean that at all. What it really means is that I will cover my mistake by figuring it out. See, people make mistakes, right? You see people on the basketball court, you see LeBron or pick your favorite player, and he'll dribble the ball off his foot, but he makes up for that mistake. And good professionals will make a mistake, but they will practice it so they don't keep making that same mistake. And I tell my staff all about that all the time. I always say this is one of my most powerful statements. Do you know that professional athletes will practice something until they can't get it wrong? You see, most people practice something until they get it right. But I tell my staff and preach this all the time, practice something until you can't get it wrong. When we do that, if we have a mistake, we admit the mistake and we fix it. And that is really important to me, and that should be important to you as well. Because if I don't know that answer, I'm gonna go research that answer. I'm gonna ask questions until I figure that stuff out. Let me tell you about flawless service, and there's a few levels. Number one is the cleaning and the checking of it. And you think, they're just trying to make money off of me. No. Let me tell you a little story. I had a patient, this is back in 1994. And again, I've been doing this for 29 years, but 1994, I had this patient that came in. He had tape on the battery door. He had tape on the backside. He even had a Band-Aid, like my little Band-Aid here. He had a Band-Aid on a portion of it. And I pulled back the Band-Aid, I could see a massive hole in the hearing aid. This was the one that filled up his whole ear. And I thought, what happened? He goes, well, you guys charge for checkups and cleanings and stuff like that. I really didn't want to pay for it. It's like, oh man, dude, if you just let me fix it, I could have fixed it in 5 minutes. But from that point on, I decided we are not going to charge for that. Now, I was working for a company at the time, and I convinced them, hey, we got to stop that stuff. And years later, when I started my own practice, I said, no way are we going to charge people for in-office appointments. Now, there are third parties that require us to charge, but other than that, if you come to us, private pay or with insurance, we are going to not charge you for in-office visits. It's because we want to make sure that we've taken care of your needs. And so when we're looking at those hearing aids, they need to have cleaning checks. So let's talk you through that. Now, we do a 75-day trial period. Now, almost no one does that. Do you know why? It's because we're so confident that we can make this right, and we want to give you the extra time that you might need. The state laws all say 30-day trial periods, but we go way beyond that to fix that up. So in that first 75 days, we want to make sure we brought you back. It might be 2 to 4 times depending upon your need. If you don't need as much, that's okay. But if we have to do it, it is not a problem. And so there are some tweakings and some adjustments to make it right for you. You can't do all of them just through your phone, because there are ones that hook up to the phone. We have as many as 100 and 125 different adjustments to make it right for you. And that means millions of combinations when we show it in your ear. We're going to internally and externally verify how that little puppy is working for you. So that's very important to us. Now, down the road, every 3 to 6 months, you need to have a checkup. Do you know why you have to have a checkup? Because 80% of the problem related to hearing aids is wax and moisture problem. So people have hairspray that they're spraying their hair, but they didn't take off their hearing aids. Well, we got to fix that. I just had a guy in who has hair gel and he was getting it. It was covering up the microphones. We cleaned that out, told him about how to deal with that. That's the kind of stuff that we take care of. I have truck drivers who sweat really profusely, and so we have to do extra protections, and we have to see them on a more regular basis. It only takes 10 minutes, and we'll get you in and out, but it's really important to make sure that you hear 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. You see, I had a patient that came in with his hearing aids, and he said to me, and this is way before we had, the cooler ones that have rechargeable and basically waterproof hearing aids. But he was really frustrated why this hearing aid didn't work for him. And I said, listen, you don't take your TV and dunk it in a pool, pull it out and make it work or expect it to work. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. The point is that we've got to deal with oils and wax and all kinds of crazy things that can go around ears. Did you know that some people, their ears are so caustic? It's not in a bad way, they're not trying to be mean. They're so caustic that they can turn an ear mold black. And that's just the chemical nature of ears. So that's just the reality that we have to do. And we can take care of that and fix some of those problems. The average place in America sees, when they see the patient, they're going to send them off 30 to 50% of the time, meaning send it off to the manufacturer for them to repair, whether in warranty or out of warranty. In ours over the years, and I've tracked this, we're at 15 to 20%. Now you might say, well, that's not a big difference. It is a big difference because we have tricks and abilities to be able to take it right and make it correct for you. So as we're dealing with your hearing aids, we can do stuff in the office to fix that problem. And we have a lot of the tools and all the abilities to do that. And that should be very important. And that's part of the flawless service with that. Now, I want to share with you just a couple points out here. When we have patients who have very difficult problems, I had this one lady who we fit on one type of hearing aid and it was great, but she couldn't figure out how to put it in her ear because she's in her late 90s, and so she was really struggling. And so I'm sitting there trying to figure this out. Wrote emails to this guy named Ray. Ray is a neat guy over at Starkey. He's at the Center for Excellence. And I said to him, Ray, I need you to make this particular way with this prescription and this depth to the ear canal. He said, no problem. And so I sent it to him. It takes about 10 days because I had to have him really spend extra time to get this right. Once we got it on, holy cow. See, that's flawless service. That is going way above and beyond. And do you know why we would do that? It's because you're worth it. You are worth it. We want to help take care of you. So we're at HearTulsa.com. You can subscribe to us. You can ask questions. But until you come and sense us, you won't really know. So give us a call.